Hi, welcome to today's video. Today, we are talking about engineers. So, what does an engineer do? Please pause the video and write a few ideas. Okay, great. Now, look at these pictures. What kind of engineers are they? Can you recognize the different kinds? Well, we're going to discuss in class which is which. Now, I want you to please read this. What are these engineering fields responsible for? For example, chemical engineers. Do you think they create plastic and other chemicals, or they create chemicals to make people healthier? Pause the video and think about your ideas. Okay, now we're going to check them. Let's listen to an audio and circle the correct option.
Page 94. Unit 9. Engineering Wonders. Lesson A. Engineers change the world. 1. Grammar in context. A. Do you know what engineers do? Make a list, then read the college webpage and see how many of your ideas are mentioned. Change the world. Be an engineer.
Wherever you look, you'll see the work of a talented engineer who has designed, tested, and improved the objects around you. Whatever goes wrong, or whenever there is a problem to be solved, however complex, one can rely on engineers to apply their knowledge of math and science, along with some creativity, to come up with a solution. So what do engineers do? Here's just a sample of their work. Chemical engineers. Whenever you wash your jeans, remember it was a chemical engineer that developed the fade-resistant dye. Pick up any game console. That scratch-proof plastic was made by these engineers. Chemical engineers also help produce medicines and cosmetics and find solutions to damage caused by harmful chemicals. These engineers are at the heart of urban planning and transportation design. Wherever you go and whatever you do today, you'll encounter their work. The system of pipes that brings water to your shower, the roads you drive on, the bridges you cross, the buildings you occupy, these are all examples of civil engineering work. Materials engineering. Engineers in this field work with materials such as ceramics, plastics, and metals. Their work is central to engineering as a whole. Materials science engineers process, design, and test whatever materials are used in all other branches of engineering. Biomedical engineers. Bringing together the fields of engineering and medicine, biomedical engineers work on whatever needs to be done to improve healthcare. They design anything from artificial body parts and life-saving equipment to drug and gene therapies. However you look at it, a career in engineering is exciting and rewarding. Whoever you are and whichever field of engineering you choose, you have the potential to design and develop products that will have an enormous impact on society.
Okay, so chemical engineers create plastic and other chemicals. What about material science engineers? That's right, they work with materials such as ceramics, plastics, and metals. What about civil engineers? Yes, they work on urban planning. And biomedical engineers work to improve healthcare. Did you get your answers right? Excellent. Now, let's go to Student Book page 95, exercise A. How does the web page express these ideas? Please write the phrases. Of course, you can use the article in the previous page to help you. Pause the video, please. Okay, so you should have number 1. Whatever goes wrong, one can turn to an engineer. 2. Whenever there's a problem to be solved, an engineer will fix it. In number 3, however you look at it, a career in engineering is exciting. Did you get them right? Excellent. Now, what do you think about these statements? Pause the video while you think about this. Okay, we're going to share in class. Now, think about this. What kind of words do you see repeated? And are these sentences being specific? Well, if you notice, the sentences are not being really specific. And we have words that have WH ever. So, these words mean any at all, or it doesn't matter what, who, where, etc. Okay? For example, whatever goes wrong, one can turn to an engineer. In this case, whatever, it doesn't matter what goes wrong, one can always turn to an engineer. Whenever there is a problem to be solved, or it doesn't matter when there is a problem to be solved, an engineer will fix it. However you look at it, it doesn't matter how you look at it or any way you look at it, a career in engineering is exciting. So, how do we use them? Well, whatever or whichever can be used both as determiners or pronouns. For example, whatever goes wrong, one can turn to an engineer. In this case, whatever is being used as a pronoun. These engineers work on whatever needs to be done. In this case, this will be a determiner. Whichever you choose, you will make an impact. Again, this word is as pronoun. Now, whoever is going to be used as a pronoun. Whoever you are, you have the potential to impact society. When it comes to whenever, wherever, and however, they are adverbs. Whenever there is a problem to be solved, an engineer will fix it. However you look at it, a career in engineering is exciting. Wherever you look, you'll see the work of an engineer. So let's practice. Let's go to workbook page 66, exercise A. Here, you're going to circle the correct words to complete this career advice. Let's do the first one. When I was a teenager, whenever or however I spent long, friends would call me a computer geek. In this case, we're going to use any long hours of my computer. Now pause the video and work on the rest, please. It gave me the freedom to work wherever I chose. I can begin work whenever I want and finish however late I want. I can follow whatever schedule suits me. I love my work and whenever a teenager with an interest in math and science. Finally, whoever said that it was boring to be a computer geek was wrong. Did you get this right? Excellent. So, let's go to student book page 95, exercise B. Here, you're going to complete the sentences with ever words. Let's do the first one. Do you really understand what engineers do? Well, I didn't until now. I mean, someone said they were studying engineering. I never really understood what they were doing. In this case, are we talking about time, a place? That's right, we're talking about times. So in this case, we're going to say whenever. Now pause the video and work on the rest, please. Okay, we're going to check this in class. I will see you then. Bye-bye.